Hi, it's Hazy and welcome to my channel. Today I am showing you some storage ideas for your stencils. I also suggest you might be able to use it for other things as well. Okay, I did do a video 3 years ago on this exact same project. I've not seen anybody else do it since, but I have had some interest with it lately. Thank you to Jackie of Ohio, who told me that she'd enjoyed my idea. I thought I'd do another video because I have tried to promote the other one, but it's not gone anywhere, and I don't like the way I speak in it. So please give me a thumbs up if you'd like to join me today. I will explain what you do. I'll explain about the staplers I use, okay, and also to get it in the middle here. Long arm stapler will work, but it's not quite what you might want. Okay, these are brilliant and useful for anything. Okay, so please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and let's go. Right then, about 3 years ago I made this. Okay, this pocket, I tried to do some sewing but it didn't work. This because it's fixed in. I suppose if you got single sheets, you could actually, ones like this without the stuff in, you could sew those. But I don't like using these with all the metal, with the metal clips that clip it in. I think it's hard to turn it, especially if they start to get heavy. It'd be hard to turn. This is why I decided to use this. Okay. So this is, I showed you on the video how to do the round ones. If you want to look at the video, you can. If you're in the UK, please do excuse my stupid voice. I sound like a really proper telephone voice. Right, okay, so if you want to have a laugh, that's funny. Right, okay, so what I did was, then for the circular ones, I put these, there's not many circular ones, but I did put the staples here and here. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to my staples in a minute, staplers even. Okay, so there's this idea too. So you can, yeah, I think these are a bit high really in this one. That one's not even stuck in properly, is it? It should go there. I mean, I would ideally put a staple there actually on these as well. Yes. If you can. Oh, that's a new start. That's a new one. So I have put some of my new ones in here as well. So there's all these, but there's not only those you can put in here as well. I was thinking you could always add things like this as well. Embossing folders. Put those in there, and that's my tea ruler, which might prove useful. And a little flower, how cute. Okay, so things like this, embossing folders might be able to fit in there. That one's quite thick. That's a proper Tim Holtz one. I think that's one free out of a magazine, so it's a bit more lighter. What else we got? Oh yes, yeah, that's a little one. There's a little one of those. Oh, okay, I've got these, but I need a smaller. Right, these need to be held together by a clip. I have got some smaller clips somewhere, probably behind me. I'm not sure. Hopefully I've got some clips, but I'm thinking you could put those in there as well, but you might need to put a clip on it. I've got the other one in the other room with the proper size clip on it, of course, but we can try it. Okay, so you could put those. That's a Gemini Mini normal die cut thing. You put the die cut in to do it. I don't know, that's what I mean. What else could be put in there? I've got other ideas as well. The only thing is not rubber stamps. I wouldn't put rubber stamps in them. That one's a nice one, because that Carabel Studio do a nice one. Look, nice and thin, that one. They could easily go in there. What else have we got on there? I don't know, but you could store things like, I don't know, projects like this sort of thing. That's one of those booklet ideas. Anyway, I'll show you how I actually do it. It's very, very easy. Okay, and I'll introduce you to these as well. I have bought a book. I put some coloured paper in there because that's what I had. And I think that works. That's where I put that. I've been looking all over for that. I forgot to put it away. Right, so I've got some. So these Tim Holtz ones are ideal halfway down. Okay, so you staple it halfway down and halfway across. They're perfect for that. Absolutely perfect. I've got some other ones in here. I've laid these ones that way round. Okay, like this. Okay, you can see that I can get them out of the. So I'm thinking people tend to do this, don't they? They get a thing and they go, oh, I'll store it like this in a bag, and then it sort of like feels a bit odd. I don't know, that might do actually. But you know what I mean? It feels a bit. It doesn't feel right. This is why I decided to do it. In fact, I think if you turn that round and used it and put that one at the bottom and then add another one at the top, that would be ideal. So let me show you what I do. Okay, which I think this is what I thought of 3 years ago, not seen anybody else do it, but Jackie of Ohio said to me, I really like your storage system for your stencils. So I thought, oh right, I hadn't seen that video for years. So I'd looked at it and I thought, oh no, telephone voice, here we go. But let's just see if that one works. Yeah. So let's show you how to do a halfway down one. Okay, and I'll show you demo the staples. You can do what size you can put. What you could do is put your stencil in to make sure you get the right level. Okay, let me try that. Okay, so if you've got one of these, or even one of those, which I like, I love this. I don't know where I got these from. These are amazing. They're very cheap. I wouldn't have got an expensive stuff, but they haven't got any. I mean, these. Thinking about things like this, where you've got this. Thing is, it could attach to other stencils quite easily. And I've got a demo. This is what I've just stuck it in my bag and not. This is what happens to stencils that stay next to each other. Yeah, so this is what we don't want to do, and that would have been lovely if I'd kept it in here, wouldn't it? But I didn't. I just shoved it in my next to stencils without even bothering, which is very naughty, and that's what happens when you get tangled with other stencils, especially the nice ones like that. Now I was thinking if you wanted to do halfway down, so okay, these are mine are A4, so I will do mine halfway down, which I know is here, yeah. Sort of, the dog's licking my foot. Right, so halfway down is just under 15 centimeters. Okay, so then we just. This is my Julie ruler. I think this is my Julie ruler because Julie Camellia Craft Designs uses that all the time in her projects. And I thought, well, I'm going to get one of those. So I did. So I think it's my Julie ruler now. So I put that across that. Oh dear, is that actually making a mark? I can't even tell. Yeah, it is just. I can see it. It's there. Okay. And then halfway across here, I know that's 10.5 centimeters. So I'm going to do that as well. That's about 21. That's the length of the paper rather than the length of the. This is slightly long. The plastic will be slightly longer. Okay, let's do it. So these are not just for. I mean, obviously I do junk journals and things like that. So these are not obviously just for junk journals, but I'm hoping it makes a lot. I don't know why I chose this pan. Why did I choose this pan? Okay, it's there. And you can put as many staples in as you like. I did try a long arm stapler. It is very cumbersome, but it can be done. I did actually, I think I did these, the ones in this one, with a long arm stapler. Very well done, yeah, not. Okay, so this is available at the moment. I can't find that anymore. That's an X-cut one. I can't find that anymore, but there's a Craftalia one I've seen. Okay, so they are all still available. So what you do is take it apart like this. Okay, and these are amazing for this. You put it in as far as possible that way, because I want to do and then you put that on top. There are arrows there to line it up, so I need to pull that down. Not sure if you could. Let me show you the arrows. Hold on, should I show you on the other one? It's very but the arrows, you can see the arrows there. They're there and there. Okay, so you can see, I can see where to put the line. So they've got one either side, so you can see where to put the line. Okay, there we go. So I need to pull that down a bit. It is quite hot, you know, to me, a bit annoying to do. I can't even see that straight. I need to tip it up a bit. That's not straight, is it? You could probably still see that. That'll do. So when I put this down, because it's flat on the desk, I'm okay, but I was doing it on my knee the other day. Of course, I had to keep putting my hand underneath like this. So I'll probably still do that, and hopefully that's worked. Okay, so check that staple. That looks a bit like it's up there, but it's probably fine. Eee, that's not brilliant, is it? I'd have to try the other one instead. That has gone the other way. Why has it gone the other way? I don't know. Where are some scissors to sort it out? The only scissors I've got in the room are these, I think. So you'd want to make sure, that doesn't always do that, by the way. You'd want to make sure that should be the other way, but it hasn't gone. You want to make sure that's not, I think it's, oh, it's gone. Ah. Let's try that again, just a minute. If it's my staple or my staples. Anyway, it does work normally. Right, so let's see if I can make it. If it's sticking up like that again, I'm going to be suspicious. No, that's fine this time. Yeah, it's in the slightly wrong place, but that won't matter. I can just cut below that. And you want to do at least, I'd say 4 or 5 staples across. Okay, so I'll just do that as quick as I can. I mean, if there's going to be mistakes, we'll have to. It's going to be on fast, so let's do that there. Okay, hopefully that's all right. Yeah, these are quite old. I've had them about 3 and, well, probably 4 years actually. Right, so then you would do staples down there. Okay, so it's the same thing. I'm going to do it with the other one, see if it works any better. I mean, they might have been mixed up. These are exactly the same bases, just different tops, so they could be mix and match, whatever. Okay, so we're going to quickly do these, and I'll show you how to cut. Okay. Let's see if I can get one in the middle there. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so now all you would do, you wouldn't cut those. Okay, you'd just cut here, and I need something to nick it with, and just me to believe me, I've left my scissors in the other room, of course. Just a minute. So I've turned it round now. I'm going to use this knife just to make a little, now you can you can use what you like actually, and it doesn't matter if you cut into the paper, but yes, so I was just thinking when I was doing it, don't forget, if you want to be neat, just take more care than what I did, because I am yes. Okay, you can also do this a bit more neatly than me too. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I think it's done it without even cutting the paper. So I've just make a little mark into that. I was thinking I needed a little, I've got a tiny little square cutting mat, but I had no idea where it is, so I couldn't find it, so I thought I may as well use it. So basically just cut across here. I don't know why I've done that, because that is sort of in the way. But never mind, eh? Let's see if we can get beyond that without why have I done that? That should have been up there. I didn't think about that, of course. I have these little ideas. I think that's gonna just cut into there a minute. I think it's cut. It should have done. It should be fairly sharp. This is not the problem I had with the other video that I did. Okay, so remember to cut below the line, okay? So, and let's try. I don't know if these would work. They might be too big, I don't know. These might not be the right size. Let's find a small one. Got things like this. Got things like this as hopefully. So that keeps that lovely and tight in there, doesn't it? So you could put things like that in there, okay? It's ideal I made it for things like this, and that is perfect. Okay, that will not get stuck on any, and you can also reach in there. You don't have to reach all the way down into the, yeah, I don't think that's going to fit on that one. Yeah, so I've made different size ones. Okay, let me show you the original again, or the other one, whichever one it is. The other one isn't. Oh, I think I have done it on this one. So let's just move these a minute. Okay, so these are about £5. These would be about £5 cheapest. So that, I don't know how many dollars that is if you're in America. It's very cheap, isn't it? But that's how much they are over here, very cheap. So let me show you some. So these are the same size actually, I think. This half the page and then half the page again, but they do stick out a bit. So I could have put that actually, the middle bit, a little bit lower, and that still would have stuck out. It doesn't matter if that's a bit lower, because that will not. But that could have been a bit lower there, so you could have done that. Yeah, what you do is put your stencil in, see where it goes to, and then make a mark and put your staples in. So you can do that. That should be straightforward. Okay, hopefully. Okay, so I think I demonstrated on the other video a bit more than I have on this one, but I was thinking you can always look at the other one. Okay, so I will link it if you can. Right, so things like this. Okay, so what I've done is made them into, this is for squares, that only 2 per page. It's too wide this way to have 2, so I've put that there so it keeps neatly in place like that. So it's 2 staples there, so you'd lay your stencil on there, okay, and make a mark down here, and the same there if you want the same size ones in there. Okay, I've got some somewhere that I was going to tell you about. I think it must be in the other one. Let me just check the other one. Okay. That's here. This is a new one I was making as well. Yeah, so they different size stencils can go, and you can put different size ones up there. This is what I mean. Look, you can have that right down there, and that still would fit in there. Ideally, that would probably go more on top, but it still absolutely works. Okay, I've just shoved a load in here, look. I don't know if you can see that. I've shoved a load in there, including the ones I made out of the glue gun. Yeah, so these are all stencils in here. Okay, but I thought today, you could do, so that's a bit loose, isn't it? So what you could do with that, if you wanted to, if that's the space you wanted to do it, you could always put an extra staple, but you'd have to make sure this side has got the same size in. But you could always add some staples here, okay? And adding a piece of paper between gives you one either side, okay? So instead of having just 2, you can have 4 because you've got the piece of paper between there. Okay, again, I could have perhaps swapped that and put the other one there and had this one here, then put the staples between those 2, couldn't I? I would have got that one in there. I could do it with that one. So that would be okay. So if I put staple in there, that will keep that neat in there, wouldn't it? Let me just demo that. So I've got one either side. You can take one out if you want, but I'm gonna risk it, okay, and put that on there. I'm gonna use the X cut one because that one seems to be a little bit better. Right, let's put on there like this and just put a staple in there and a staple perhaps in here, and that will give you your. I don't know if that's done it properly. Look, what you like, use staples. Okay, let's get that bit further up. I didn't even make a mark to make sure it was right, did I? That feels better. I don't know if that one's, yeah, it's okay. It's just, yeah, so that's fine. Now that won't flop about so much. That's the sort of thing I mean. So I could do it again for there as long as I've got it on that side, but I haven't now. Okay, I was thinking this sort of thing, okay, if you've got these, if you put them in a folder, it still might collect, unless you've got something between, it still might get tangled up. So I'm not sure if I'd want to put them in a folder. That's another thing I'm thinking, okay. Look at this gorgeous stuff. They haven't got any names on, so I don't know where I got them from. I'd imagine they're really cheap, that's why. Yeah. So I could easily put some staples on here as well. Keep that in place because that one's there. Okay, I've got quite a few things mixed up. Is that the only thing I'm thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking about putting things like that in there the other way around, not necessarily that way around, so they fit better. Okay, I don't know if that would fit. I think it would. But if you've got something like this and you wanted to keep it like that and you didn't want to reach in so much, you could actually do a sort of a thumb notch in there, couldn't you, out of there? So you'd have to, I don't know, engineer it so it was that shape, or just cut down there, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so you could use things like old pieces of paper like that, that's all got stuff on it, if you didn't want to give it as a gift. If you want to give it as a gift, I would keep it neat. Okay, because I think that would make quite a nice little gift, wouldn't it, for somebody? You've got some stencils for them and then you put it in a folder. And if you wanted to, this isn't quite the right size, so I could keep this neat by putting some staples down there. There's nothing on the other side, but that would fit another stencil on the other side the same size. So that's amazing. Look, that's another one with different size stencils in. I could sort them all out and have them all neat, but this is just a random demo. Okay, these are the gorgeous. Look at this. I found this the other day. I thought, why haven't I been using this? It's all got letters on it and that. And then I've got this I haven't used for a while either. And those, I love those leaves. I do use those quite often. Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else I can tell you. Apart from, obviously, you can not necessarily just use them for stencils. You could use them possibly for embossing these embossing things. Okay, is it an embossing folder? I think it is somehow, isn't it? And then or projects like that, you know, when you've made projects of that size, little notebooks or something, you could perhaps put in there as well. That would fit probably 4 on the page, so that would be okay. And I've got that one as well, which is similar. Oh, I've got bits of random paper, and I've got that one, look, yeah, all different sizes. but not necessarily. I was thinking about foam rubber stamps. You might be able to do it with that, because that's what I was thinking of using it for as well, because foam rubber stamps are, you know, they're not necessarily the neatest of things, are they? So this folder sort of thing would probably be okay with those. I haven't got mine in here, they're all in the other room. But I've made loads and loads and loads, and I was just thinking about, is it Jackie? She made a huge one. I've got to make a huge one. I've got to try it. She made a huge foam rubber stamp. I stuck it onto cardboard and put inks on it and put it onto paper. I think that'd be quite good. What she said, she's going to have to strengthen it a bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. I have to have a go at that one. Yeah. So anyway, I do hope that's enough information for you on this today. So okay, do remember to you can put your stencils in, then measure it, and then staple it. And if you want one of these, that is X-cut, but I don't know if you can still get those. And the other one's Paper Fuel, which I've seen on Amazon. And then there's Craftalia. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've seen a Craftalia one, which is quite cheap actually. So that one is quite expensive, about £2 more. But obviously it's whether you can get hold of them. So they're called magnetic staplers, and what else are called? Magnetic staplers, I think. That's what came up. That's what it came up with. And I tried Staple Anywhere stapler, it didn't come up. Magnetic staplers came up. So if you want to look for those, these are amazing. Anyway, for any project as well. Okay, I have bought a lot. As I say, I have bought a long arm stapler, but it's very cumbersome to do this, but it can be done, as I said. Okay then, I do hope you like my content today. I will link my previous video from 3 years ago. I'm not sure if it's even edited actually, but it didn't last long, so that's all right. And it's an amazing idea, a really amazing idea. I'm really proud of the idea. It was 3 years ago when I first started, and I think it's you know, a not bad idea, and it does work, and you can adjust it to how you want to. Okay, I have explained how you put your staples in. Oh, and another thing, if you've got something, this is what I forgot to tell you, I knew there was something. If you've done a little piece like this, okay, if you noticed I put an extra staple in there because that tended to drop down, okay, out of the paper. So I've put an extra little staple in there just so it doesn't drop down now, okay. So that would, if you imagine that staple's not there, that paper would actually be able to come down there, and that's not a brilliant thing. It's, you know, so that makes it perfect. Okay, so brilliant storage. Okay, so please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing. Oh, look, a daisy one. Oh, I love that, daisies. And see, finding all these stencils, that's a good thing. You see, you can look through your stencils like a oh yeah, I can like that one, like that one. You can put your favourite ones together and everything. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely amazing, and I will see you again soon. Thank you so much.